Better take my hands out.
Oh, well, that's farm access. So definitely don't go that way. And don't go up the way either.
Oof. Wouldn't want you to fly away.
Path continues off to the right, which is where we're going.
Based on that time warp earlier, I'd say anything's possible. Well, it's certainly better than interdimensional space. The nothingness of nothing was quite bland. Infinite nothing. Time warps are really weird, folks. Don't try them. I think I've got a tufty.
So we're not sure what that mountain is right in front of us. We don't have access to our usual apps at the moment. We could try Google Maps, but it's anybody's guess. And it's even lovely just walking here in the wee grassy trail.
Yep.
Tell me about this singing.
How do you know it's a birdie and not a birdie? I said, how do you know it's a birdie and not a birdie?
I have no idea. I just say birthday. B-I-R-D-I-E, birthday.
But how do you know it's not a B-I-R-D-A-Y?
I have no idea. Snake.
What? You're racing a snake?
Yeah, she was claiming that that's a snake right there. If that's a snake, then that must be one of the larger cousins of the lesser known Scottish table stick insect. Except in this case...
Be careful, stay back.
Yes, I agree. In this case, it appears it's migrated to the ground and it has evolved into a new species of the lesser known Scottish ground stick insect.
It's not moving, but is it dead?
I don't know. Maybe it's hibernating.
A hybrid.
I'm beginning to get scared.
Yeah, I think we should back up a little bit. Yeah, look, back.
Just in case.
We never know.
Anyway, people, we know you do get adders in this part, but we've seen one in our whole lifetime. We've been coming up here for about 20 years. How's that for seeing an adder once in 20 years?
And at that, when you do see them, if you keep the distance, you're usually docile. Sorry, they're usually docile.
To repeat that for those that don't know Scottish slang, once in 20 years. Once is another Scottish slang.
Wordplay on once. Long story short, if you keep your distance from an adder, the adder won't bother you, and you won't bother the adder.
Right, we have got a wee video of an adder, and if I can find it, I'll put it into this.
At the end.
At the end, and we'll let you see what the adder looks like. It's very old, so the quality might not be that great, but if you see one of these, by all means you can stand close by it and look at it, but stay maybe a couple of feet away. And you should be okay. It won't do any harm.
FYI, this was before the bear yak unicorn thing. The adder.
Thankfully, this stretch here is the last part of the Orange Route, which is going downhill. So no more. This is the last hill, I promise, because it's all downhill from here.
You know, I've seen a few bluebells up here, and I'm actually wondering if there's going to be an absolute carpet of bluebells up here in a month. But as far as I know, they only flower up until about May, June. I can't remember.
Me either. Can I spam anyone? Spam.
Spam?
Spam.
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 You want spam?
Spam.
You feeling hungry?
A little bit.
I don't like spam.
You don't like pork.
I don't like spam.
You just don't like pork.
Ah, but I mean, a pig in a tin.
Yeah, well, pig and eating.
I used to enjoy them, but you imagine, I wonder if this place was absolutely loaded with wild boar.
It wouldn't surprise me, most of Scotland probably was.
Yeah.
The bear has since grown a distaste for pork. after an experience. But that's okay because we still like it, don't we, Unicorn?
Love a bacon sandwich.
Oh.
The actual experience was that I was walking through from Arica, sorry, Inverary to Arica, and just before we got to a place called the Rest and Be Thankful, what actually happened was we were really hungry and it was bucketing of rain, and as we had left Arica, the other two friends that we were with had got a lift and they were waving at us at the back of the car. We were really annoyed and I thought, oh great, we're not going to get a lift now, we're soaking wet. So my friend and I walked 20 odd miles to get into Arica, but as I said, before the Rest and Be Thankful, there's a big long route of road and a big stone, big huge stone, big rock that we stood at, and we thought, oh, really hungry, and this time it was dry. So we sat down at the rock and opened a can of Spam. Well, we didn't open the can of Spam. The blasted ring pull that you put round the can broke, the key broke, and we couldn't get into the Spam, so we had nothing to eat. But we were so determined, so we slowly but gently picked away at the can, and we managed to get it open and had ourselves a feast. Anyway, I digress. Back to the Orange Route.
Yes, absolutely.
I thought you were going to tell them why you didn't like pork.
Well, that certainly contributes.
It does.
Please don't tell anybody why I don't like pork. Please don't tell anybody. I know you find it funny. I know it's funny, right? Okay, go on. Tell everybody.
Go on, why doesn't he like pork?
The bear doesn't like pork because one day we decided to go to this animal farm which is near Morpeth. We went with the yak, who was a lot younger then than he is now.
Yes.
And we went into this animal farm and we were sitting. We did the usual things in the animal farm. He had a bunny on his lap that was absolutely enormous.
Massive.
And so on and so forth. And we saw the birds. And then we came to this
Pig enclosure.
pig enclosure.
It was like a it was like a shed.
It was
pigs
like a
in it.
shed, and there was a sow
And a bull.
and a boo and a pig.
Yeah, they call
A
them bulls.
boar. He was a boar. That was it. The boar,
Boars.
not the bear.
Same
a boar. So, and then we were standing watching this, and the bear came over, and just as
The
the
bear?
bear came over,
Yes.
then this boar went up and nudged the sow, and the sow wasn't having any of it. So then the boar turned round,
Done a business.
done the business all over this sow, and the bear just decided that was absolutely disgusting.
That was the last straw.
And that was the last straw.
Never ate pork or
and
bacon
he's
again.
not eaten pork ever since.
I almost threw up.
He did.
He did. He was quite disturbed.
He was quite nauseous and quite traumatised.
We were laughing.
We were killing off.
It's a core memory. Oh, you can't say that.
We were laughing.
Yes, we were laughing.
We were laughing.
We were laughing.
We were laughing.
I wasn't laughing.
We were
You weren't
laughing.
laughing, but we were laughing.
We were laughing.
It's a core memory because of the hilarity for me. I actually liked
and-
pork more. Is that weird? I liked pork more after that experience.
Porkmore.
Pork more. Oh no!
The porkcore.
Pork.
Pork. Anyway,
Spider pig. Yeah, I know, spider pig.
back to our walk, and here we are coming to the
No,
very
what-
end of our
It's
trail.
spider pig, not
It's
spider.
been such a lovely trail.
Yes, it is such a lovely trail.
Yes.
That should be good to do a bike on.
Yeah.
Big trail rider, are you out there?
It'd be an easy task for him.
Oh, no kidding.
Whether it's up the top, the Orange Route, or doing the whole thing in a circular, or even going round the Mail. Is it Mail you call it?
I think so, yes.
Big long one up the glen. Remember we spoke to, told everybody about the glens.
Yes, we did.
See that there, and nearly took a header. Nearly fell over a brick. A rock.
Nearly had his face on the trail. We love trails, but we do not love them so much that we love to lick their butt. Neither does
In
anyone.
my case, the yak's talking about McTrail rider. I would probably be in the McTrail slider.
Yeah, definitely.
The unicorn's been a trail slider
Yes, well,
at one point.
well, at least your hand still works.
Yes, it does.
Well, if you want, while we're in the area, you can tell everybody about your experience. If you want.
The unicorn injured the hoof.
The unicorn, I injured one of my hoofs. Broke it. In fact, we had spent a lovely day with their family up top of Benan, which is yet another beautiful mountain that you can climb in the area. Lovely car park next to it. We had spent the day, we climbed up, sat up the top, had a lovely picnic on our way back down. It was during the really, really dry summer, so the ground was very slippery. It's this kind of stuff in the stones, and it was very busy. And on the way back down, I don't know, I assume I moved over to let somebody by, and the next thing I know, I had slid and I fell, and then I stood back up again, but for some reason, I don't know what happened, I started tumbling over and over and over, and there's ditches either side of the path, and I fell over, and as I fell over, my hoof came underneath me and it broke the bones. And so when we got, and this was only like 100 metres from the car park, so it was at the very bottom.
Convenient.
Thankfully, it was not at the top, but it was at the bottom. So we had to sort of like find some way of sort of like stabilising it. And this lovely couple actually gave us a bottle of frozen water. So we managed to put the frozen water on and we bandaged it all up, thankfully. My family are medical, one of them is a medical professional and the other one is a mountain rescue, so I was in good hands. So we did that, and we got in the car and went to the hospital, and as I say, I had to have my hoof pinned, but it's absolutely fine now, and that's what happened to me on Benan. So please do go visit and don't be put off by that.
I'm going to do a tick check when I get back.
Yeah, well, should always do a tick check if you've been through any grass.
Oh yeah, short or long.
Yeah. Well, here we are, everyone. That's us at the end of the Orange Trail. We're just about to cross through the gate onto the road, which is basically the main road in Brigaturk. The village itself, not the main road that passes it.
If you head to the right, you'll be heading towards Ruskin Viewpoint, which we will be telling you more about later on when we get to the village itself. Look, it's going.
So as we're heading into Brigaturk itself, there's some really lovely houses up here. So it's a beautiful, you could call it a village, a hamlet. Not sure how big is a village, how many houses have to be there for a village.
It's listed as a village.
There's something that you could look up
for yourselves.
It's listed as a village, as the Yaks just told us. But we'll just give you a wee quick view along here, and then I'm going to kill the video because I like to give the residential areas a bit of privacy.
Respect the locals.
We spotted an old graveyard, and there's a nice wee chair there to sit at. It's actually lovely here in the sun. It's lovely most of the year round, but on a nice sunny day it's beautiful here. It looks like a really, really old graveyard, so who knows how old some of these graves are. We can't get access. The gate's over. I don't want to go over and
disrespect that.
And disrespect it. I would have liked to have went in to look at them because it's interesting. It gives you an amazing bit of history, and if I did go in, I would certainly respect the dead, as they call it.
Now I'm going to give you some information about a very interesting man. His name is John Ruskin. Poet, author and social thinker and artist, John Ruskin was a regular tourer of the Trossachs. He was the most influential art critic of the 19th century, so they say, and one of the period's most articulate social critics. A gifted artist, he was an amateur geologist, botanist and etymologist, educator and early environmentalist. There's a quote here from John Ruskin. It says, "Go to nature in all singleness of heart, rejecting nothing and selecting nothing."
Well, we enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Brigaturk, an absolutely gorgeous place. If you're a poet, a painter, a photographer, or just a walker, you like to walk and you like to see, you like to study birds, bring your binoculars, go for a lovely wander in Briggle Turk. It's an amazing place. We may be taking a little break from Briggle Turk. We might be going somewhere else that's a little bit more special in our hearts, because this is where we're going is part of our playground where we love to go and play. I won't give you any information on it, but join us next week and find out.
Oh, I can feel the vibrations of scaring it.